And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Whoa! Antetokounmpo flying! Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
Carter! Oh, missed on the tray. Lakers trail by 4. Count it!
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him hit one that easy.
Antetokounmpo. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
And he is just showing off right now. Giannis just takes pride in stepping up and hitting those big shots.
Not that time. Miami leading by 4. Takes a 3. Ooh, the shot misses.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Now Carter. Here's Durant. And they go to the intentional foul.
First team foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Paul Pierce. First personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he ends up making the second. And that puts him up 5. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about. And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
Yeah, unfortunately, we've seen that far too often in this game. Very uninspired defensively.
Outside Carter. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Can't get the 3. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the T.O. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
Durant there for the rebound. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Now at the line, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Team foul number 4.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Unloads. Oh, money!
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
So a close game sees Miami taking this one.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday night basketball. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Drexler out there with Carter, and then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Havlicek, and it's KD in at the power forward. And for the Spurs, we've got Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Edwards out there with Bryant. Then it's Worthy. And it's Wilkins in at the 3 spot. RJ will be keeping an eye on the front courts in this one, specifically the matchup at the center position.
Yeah, and let's remember, there were some years where people thought centers were becoming obsolete, and now they might be the most important position in this league.
Just 4 to shoot. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Wilkins. Outside, Kobe. Tries from 10. Rebound by the Heat. KD looking around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside, Carter. Rebound, Wilkins. Pass to Worthy. Here's Edwards. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And he's got more than a...
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough.
The previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to check.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
Bryant, high post. Over Drexler. No good off the front iron.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Durant inside. Leonard's there. Durant, good. Durant's got 5.
Hey, look at a defender. Sometimes you just look at your coach, and your coach looks back at you and says, hey, you tried. Durant is impossible to guard. Just trust me.
For 3, Edwards. And it's Drexler with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the...
Havlicek right side. Screen by Giannis. Carter with the 3. A rebound by Kobe Bryant. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. That one good for 2. 5 points in the game.
Well, you see the size and the strength and that ability inside. Edwards can play like a power forward at times.
Now here's Drexler. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And that's good. Vince Carter for 3.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Bryant. Fires from way outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Miami ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Fine, clean looks, great stuff.
Allen out there with Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Bryant. Then it's Mullen. And it's Tatum in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now here's Kobe, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outside Mullen. High post Allen. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Tatum no good. The Heat leading by 3. Brown outside. Back to Richmond. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Stojakovic. From deep, Drexler hits the three-point bomb. Drexler's got the lead up to 6 now for Miami. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Worthy's checked in for the Spurs. Edwards comes in for Mullen. Then for the Heat, Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Havlicek comes in for Peja Stojakovic. And it's Carter in for Richmond. A shot's good from Worthy.
Nice feed inside, saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC. Another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set. The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
Carter outside. Offensive rebound. Jacks up a 3. Drexler, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside Edwards. Outside Wilkins. Back to Allen. Outside Edwards. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here is Carter. 2 points. That one goes. Carter's got 5.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently not the defenders.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. They've got Carter. Havlicek is out there with Durant. And it's Drexler. And it's Giannis in at the 5 spot. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Kevin, back over to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Here's Worthy after the made shot from John Havlicek. Wilkins kicks to Bryant. Drexler with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
KD can't get it to go. And so Bryant will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 5. Edwards against Carter. Pass to Leonard. And it's Miami with the rebound. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Drexler. Giannis passes to Drexler. Connects from 3-point range. Drexler's got 8.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go. They know they can depend on him to come through for them.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Spurs making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Heat also with a sub. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Vince Carter. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's Worthy. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Durant dishes to Drexler. Back to Durant. Brown outside. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. And KD the bucket on the assist by Brown. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
The range KD possesses makes him a constant threat outside. The defense has to be all over him.
Pass to Worthy. Worthy sets a screen for Leonard. Kawhi drills the 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Outside, KD. The rebound by the Spurs.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and waiting to fight to get it.
Edwards, he's checked in for the Spurs. Heat also with the sub. Carter's checked in, and the first one drops. Both free throws good from Wilkins.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Now Drexler. He's got 8. Outside Durant, beyond the arc. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Worthy. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Wilkins. And it's Kobe in at the 2-guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Edwards with it. Takes the 3. The shot is off. Carter looking around. Big time move inside.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
No good from 3.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
And stolen by Leonard. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And Kobe Bryant finishes it.
And he anticipated the play, and Kobe finished it on the other end.
Havlicek outside. Durant, and he drains the J. Spurs trail by 8. Worthy a screen on Carter. Shot from 16, and it misses. The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Just over a minute and a half right here in the fourth.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Antetokounmpo with the rebound. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Miami Heat. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Heat.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Clyde Drexler.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Oh, he can't jam it home. He is denied. Giannis drives in.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
To hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Drexler with the steal. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Kobe goes in. Stolen by Havlicek. Durant fires, and he hits from 17.
It just looks too easy. Durant with the skill and height to get anything he wants from the mid-range.
Stolen by Drexler. Fires from way outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't.
And we will see you soon.